Hi, y'all. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a terrific day. And I'm out here on this cold morning, starting to warm up a little bit. It's 20 degrees whenever I got out and got started this morning. I guess it's about 40 degrees now. It's a big temperature difference. But I've been cutting over my head. My shoulders kill me. I'd take just a minute. I pulled the truck up. I'm about to do another area. Cutting the roads back where people can drive their rigs through, and it keeps everything from hanging in, scratching up the vehicles. But the video I'm making y'all today is I have been running chainsaws and weed eaters my whole life. I've seen them all. I mean, the biggest and the baddest, most expensive to the cheapest. I mean, I've seen everything. I've run huge saws. I've run itty bitty saws. I've run every brand of saw. Okay, and I know some of y'all has probably got your preference as to what you like, okay? And there's going to be different things that are better for certain situations. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you what I throw in the bed of my truck whenever I come to do something like this, okay? I've got one weed eater that I use all the time. I don't have other weed eaters. Since I've got to using these, I've been using them for years now, and I wouldn't go with anything else, is my Stihl weed eater. And I love these things. Now this one, they actually just changed the sizes on them, but this is a FS94R. You got to mix your gas yourself. It's got great torque, great RPMs. It's a fantastic weed eater, okay? I've got an underbrushing blade on it with a thread protector. If you're going to use a blade, make sure you got that thread protector. You do not want to booger your threads, because then you ain't going to be able to put your grass head back on. But this is fantastic. I can put the different attachments on it. It's not the heaviest ones they have, but it definitely runs better than those as far as cutting grass. You can't beat it. There's no weed eater out there I'd rather have than this one right here, okay? And the heads on them, whenever you're going to be cutting grass, this is what the heads look like. Another reason why I love these is it's got that flat saucer-like shape. You can run it right on the ground and cut it really good and really even. Woo! But you mash that button whenever you're running it, string feeds out. They come with guards. I take my guards off. I like to run the string out a little further for thinner grass, and it really helps me to maximize my performance with this weed eater. But fantastic weed eater. Okay, that's the size you want for cutting grass. I cut grass all the time. I underbrush. I run my weed eater year round. In the wintertime, I'm cutting brush and things with it. In the summertime, I'm cutting grass. And you'll get a couple years of everyday use out of them. And now something else, you may not get that much use out of. So that's why I'm recommending these, is because I've run everything. And there's good products. Husqvarna makes a pretty good weed eater. Green Machine used to make an awesome one. I don't even think they make them anymore. Echo. My dad's got an Echo weed eater that he likes. I don't like none of those as much as I do this one. I love this one. This is my favorite weed eater. And as long as I can get what I want out of these and get it in about this same size, I'm not going to change. This is the one I'm going to have, and I've run everything as far as weed eaters go, and this one's my favorite one. All right, so that's the weed eater you want. Make sure you run the good mix with that. If you're going to use the ethanol gas, you want to make sure that you run that with it, okay? Now, another thing is, if you're going to have a saw and you're going to have one saw, all right, and I've got commercial grade saws that are bigger than this. I've got commercial grade saws that are smaller than this. This one is not even a commercial grade saw. It's a mid-grade. It's a Farm Boss, okay? But it's a Stihl MS271, and this is a fantastic saw for if you're going to be working it, if you're going to be cutting down trees, if you're going to be cutting firewood, if you're going to be cutting logs out of the way, if you're going to be cutting through little stumps and stuff sticking up like I am today with it. When you buy it, it'll come with a bar protector. All right, but it's just a Stihl Farm Boss. And I got the shorter bar on this. Whenever you buy a brand new saw with a Stihl at one of the saw places, they've got different bar lengths you can get. If you get a shorter one, you get a better deal. And then whenever you're buying chains for them, they're cheaper. The longer the bar, the more expensive that the bar is going to be, the more expensive the chains are going to be. This one I got for everyday work. It's not for taking down huge trees. It's not for cutting up huge trees. It's not for getting off the ground and cutting anything. This is just for every day, okay? And I love this thing. It's fantastic saw. These Stihl chainsaws, if you get a mid-grade, now they have a homeowner grade that isn't as good, okay? You want to spend about $350 to $400 and get this one, and it's a mid-grade, and it's going to last you forever, okay? The other saws will not last as long as a Stihl. I know some people are going to get mad about that, but other saws do not last as long as a Stihl, okay? And I'll tell you why. All of y'all that have other saws, most of you are like Husky or Joe Surette or something like that. When you're running those, it's a lot more of a high RPM cutting saw. You have to have it wide open for it to be really cutting good. A Stihl, it cuts good. It's got that low end torque, and it still does good with the RPMs. Okay, it's just a great running saw, and it's got more low end, especially when you go with a bigger one. But now, if you like the high RPM cutting, then you definitely would want a Husky or a Joe Surette. All right, and they're good. All these saws are good. I'm just showing you the two tools that I have in the back of my truck. I've done this my whole life. I've been generations of doing this stuff, and everybody's showing me the different things, and this is what I have, okay? So just like my channel, everything that I throw to you is stuff that I use myself. This is what I spend my money on. This is what I make my living with. This is what I rely on day in, day out, all the time, okay? But I want to show that to you, and I want to remind you, always wear eye protection when you're running a weed eater or chainsaw. I do like Stihl, so I have the Stihl Timber Sport safety glasses. They're really flexible. They take an impact really well, a piece of rock or wood or something. It protects my eyes. I want to be safe. I want all y'all to be safe. In the summertime, I will use snake leggings. I've got some Tough Shins. All right, they're black plastic, and they come up in front of your knee. You open them up, put them around your calf, close them back, complete coverage all the way around. I have felt snakes hit me while I've been weed eating, and when you've got them on, you do things that you normally wouldn't have done. Like I'll step over a log without looking while I'm weed eating. And I tell you, the funny thing is, you can tell what kind of snake is biting your snake leggings by the way it hits. A copperhead is going to be pow, pow, pow. A rattlesnake is going to be one big hit, and then you might get one more big hit. But a copperhead is going to be more aggressive, pop, pop, pop. And a rattlesnake is going to be a harder hit with less time in between. But definitely, you want some leggings, okay? You don't want to get snake bit. Watch out for bees. Wear eye protection. And get these two tools, because they're going to last, and that is going to be the best money that you can spend if you're going to have these two tools. And they'll do about anything you need to do. But I appreciate your time. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you much. See you, bye.